다 지로 강가 다시 될래. 다네 다용 간주 드렸더니 로르 고다 오지 그도네마 일하고지 그는 다 로르마 좀마지다 로야레스.
So, first of all, Tashitele, greetings to all of my Dharma friends. Today, we will continue with the meditations on the Lam Rim, the stages of the path to enlightenment, and we will continue going through the steps.
나로서 더니 밀리와 보텔 셈자 첨보테 다 로르게 돌 파세 진도 토바이는 니깔 기보가 디나 두고 자가 어느 거가 첨보지 야이사 더니 가야 간주 간 같이 모레스.
So, if we can take this precious human rebirth that we have right now, and we can take the pure potential mind that we have right now, and we can integrate this with the training of the Lam Rim, the stages of the path, then not only will we be able to achieve temporary happiness, we will also be able to achieve that lasting happiness.
다 로르 마모 시부 주민그 좀 봐. 시부 디그 좀 봐. 시부 챔비 좀 봐. 뭐 야바 다 들이 시부 챔비 좀 봐. 어서 지내다는 거이스.
And so within the Lam Rim, or the stages of the path, there are many different steps. These are contained within the three scopes, the stages of the path common to beings of a lesser capacity, common to beings of a middling capacity, and of beings of a great capacity. And so today's topic is part of the third of these, the stages of the path of beings of a great capacity.
전에 셔도당 안조 강가를 송시에서도 쓰이나요. 다 매제 던도레 쓸이나요. 전주 셈바 좌태가 전주 셈비 리 송지리 다비리 차소리 아레스.
So, one of the things that's very important for us to understand, whether we speak about ourselves or others, any being, whatever type of being, whether human, animal, and so forth, all of us have the potential to become a bodhisattva. All of us have the Buddha nature, the potential for enlightenment. All of us have within us the potential for liberation.
다 대를 보게 되는 전주 셈바 쳐봐라. 아니 다 전주 셈비가 유고서 남는데 대바치면 유고서한테 전주지 셈세하더레스.
And so if one wants to become a bodhisattva, then how do we enter the way of the bodhisattva? The door to the practice of the bodhisattva path is said to be the generation of the bodhi mind, bodhicitta.
할 레비 때는 나로서 단다스 기업하게 때는 셈미텔라 할 레비 그랬더니 전주지 세 템보지 만에 가디나 데야 도한다고 템보스 주소나 아니 나로서 아니 유고대 터바래 되는 거는 안자 터바이다 전주사 맞아바래.
So, based upon this human mind, the capacity that we have now, we can bring forth bodhicitta within our continuum. And not only that, we will be able to keep it stable, to maintain it all the time. And with this stable bodhicitta, then we will be able to walk through the door and traverse the bodhisattva path.
다때 리로야 말아봤어. 다 tel었더니 그게 지 점모요. 지 조지 때 뒤에는 아니 니지 첨보 세한테 이제 민지 그거야. 대 토픽깔라 대 가디 템보토소나 대바침비 리세바. 전지sem비 리세바 세한테 거치 바레스.
So, of course, it is not easy to bring forth this bodhicitta, this mind of enlightenment. We need to amass many causes in order to be able to do this. One of the most important causes we need to bring forth in order to be able to achieve bodhicitta is this mind of great compassion. And it is said that once one has brought forth great compassion, then one has activated one's Mahayana lineage. One has activated one's bodhisattva potential.
당간종 인에 치든지 그 집에서 두는 파지 노토바이나 전주 세 슈을 파지 때모진 노토바이나 다 대신 인에 디디는 거 주바래 숨기바레스.
And it is also said that if we are able to really engage and actualize that bodhicitta, then we will also unlock a stable and lasting happiness, to be able to go from happiness to happiness.
소소 기보 소소 노미 기보 소소는 중요한 지지 감각 기보 모두 더 슬리나 내가 지르면 가디 이나 기보 지는 것도 거기서 더 바레스.
And moreover, not only that, but we ourselves will be happy, but we will also be able to contribute to the happiness of our family, of our friends, of our neighbor. Indeed, whatever being, human, animal, and so forth that we encounter, we will be able to work towards their happiness, and we certainly will not be harming them.
Oh, that yeah, the digital shita gona, that yeah, they want a car, yeah, sugar, car, gum jug, and that are much to
So then today we'll explain, if we want to achieve that Bodhi mind, what sort of factors do we need to put in place for that, and what are the stages of meditation we need to engage in to bring it forth.
Oh, sell nya gish kachimbochi, Kundarwa, Tunyo Sajala, Ani Mashita, we say it, and it's Haveta.
Yeah.
Ani Tite, Trezo, Yoshambala Supervetani, Chedu, Li, Pejetoni, and India, we need to chimbosat,
So, to give an analogy, we can think of the mind of equanimity as being like the ground or the soil. Seeing sentient beings as like our mother is like the seed that we plant. Remembering their kindness, wishing to repay their kindness, and so forth, are like the water and the fertilizer that we use to nourish the seed and bring forth that sprout of great compassion.
Why that Lele, Jenny do say, and ya Kazel Hele, Chevayan, and Gomia, eyes, and Hele,
So first, let us take a moment, because the more relaxed and calm the body and mind are, the more successful the meditation will be. Let us take a moment to relax the body and mind.
Chatsibala, Kandichi over Inayam, called Lute men, Lechason, and Jasol Patanda Noji. So I don't so I remember not to remember Lasabakara, Yova Inayam. Selection Debical Sel Pathosum, so much.
So just if we think of a vast ocean with many waves, when the wind stops blowing, those waves naturally just dissolve back into the surface, and the surface of the ocean becomes calm. So in the same way, whatever discursive thoughts, meaningless thought, mental projections, just relax them away and dissolve them back into the calm surface of the mind. And so first, let us bring forth a neutral mind, that easy to understand equanimity. Let us bring forth that feeling of equanimity. So if we think of different beings, there's many beings, humans and animals, for example, who we don't know, who we've never met, strangers. But having this feeling that we're not connected to them, and for that reason dismissing them completely, this is actually a great error. Similarly, in this life, because we encounter unpleasant experiences with people, we then label them and see them as an enemy, treat them as an enemy. This is similarly very mistaken. So now think about those people that you see as close to you, that you care about, and think about that wish that you have for them to be well and happy. And then think that those strangers, those enemies that they talked about, they also need to be happy, and try to extend an equal feeling of well-being to all of them. An equal feeling, wishing for their well-being, to all of them. So what's the next stage that we want to meditate on? We want to visualize those people that are strangers to us, the people we don't know, as well as the people who we find difficult or see as enemies. And we want to understand that we have been connected to them all at one point or another. Eventually, we want to bring forth a feeling of closeness to those beings, just as we have that feeling of closeness to our mother or to our father or the person who is close to us. So develop that feeling of closeness for all beings. So think also that just as those people who are close to me in this lifetime, I have received benefit from them. I have received kindness from them. In this same way, actually, all sentient beings, I have been connected to them at one point or another. And at a different point in time, I have received similar kindness. So meditate on that feeling, remembering the kindness of all those beings. So now that we've remembered or have this feeling that all of these sentient beings have been kind to us, develop the feeling, I want to do something to repay that kindness. And at this moment, with this human rebirth and all of the opportunities that that affords me, if I don't work to repay their kindness now, when will I do it? Definitely develop the wish to repay the kindness of all sentient beings. So why do we need to repay the kindness of all beings? Because if you think about those beings that are close to you in this life, you've received kindness from them. In previous lives, you've received similar kindness from other beings. If you think of this life in particular, not only have you received kindness benefit from those close to you, but there are many things that you benefit from that you've received from people that you might not even know. So to give an example, the place where we stay, our dwelling, our clothes, our food, all of these facilities that we have, these have come about through the kindness of people that we don't know, people that we might never have met. It's the kindness of those strangers. Even thinking about enemies, people that you have difficulty with, from the ultimate point of view, they allow you to practice patience. Without those difficult people, you wouldn't be able to practice patience. And by bringing forth patience, you are able to experience incomprehensible benefits. So even those difficult people have shown you kindness.
소소시와지마데 리야보 그거 요바 로바야보 그거 요바 가르이나요 야보 뭐뭐 지데 센들 요다티기 티가들 나는 제가 공부하는 요거.
If you think about in your future life, if you want to be able to have a healthy, strong body, if you want to be able to have harmonious relationships, good friends, and so forth, all of these are the results of the cause of practicing patience. So how kind is the difficult person who gives you the opportunity to practice that patience?
Yes, tendrici is that rochi is Katina, Tempochina, then a shimato. But it is a kaze, yet the Yejins, yet the Chemitun Yejins. Serchet what you is.
So on the basis of thinking in this way, then I also see that from cherishing myself and disregarding others, this self-cherishing mind is the cause of so many faults and problems. Therefore, I must definitely set aside this self-cherishing attitude and bring forth an attitude that cherishes others.
Ruinere, Yenere, Tassos, Yenere, Yekandi, Gina, Ruji, Ruzu, Dumata, the Chan, there are Pasubachi, the Dana, Jumari, no Bishop missing.
So think myself, others, those who are close to me, all sentient beings. How wonderful if they could be separated from suffering and the causes of suffering. How wonderful if they could achieve the causes of happiness. So meditate on love.
Rujian Yuzu, the Matatale, Deva Tatale, the Matata to China, Deva Supachil.
So in terms of being able to actually separate beings from that suffering, in order to separate them from that suffering and lead them to that ultimate happiness, which is liberation, I myself alone must help them to achieve that, bring forth that pure superior intention. But who can really actualize that? Who can really lead beings to happiness and completely away from suffering? Effectively, only a fully enlightened Buddha. Therefore, may I achieve the state of Buddhahood, full enlightenment, for the sake of benefiting all sentient beings. Meditate on Bodhicitta. And so now think, I've learned a little bit about Bodhicitta. I know a bit about Bodhicitta and how to meditate on it. Therefore, I can get some use, get some real meaning out of this precious human rebirth. I can use it for benefit, and in this way, feel fortunate and feel joy. So we'll pause there.
소소 기고 예 기고 가디나 기고래 이네 지나
So this was Geshe-la's brief presentation about arising bodhicitta, and if we are able to practice accordingly, then not only will we ourselves be happy on both the temporary and long-lasting basis, but we will also contribute to the happiness of others.
디파주야를 텔레리아가 지금 라야만데 셈 안에 소사야를 텔레리아가 라야만데 다때 할야겠네서 지레스
Similarly, in terms of bodhicitta, there is nothing more powerful than bodhicitta for clearing away unwholesome or negative karma. There is nothing more powerful than bodhicitta for bringing forth a vast accumulation of merit.
어떤 가병원이 강기 가서 들으려야 부지로지 있어야 되지.
So then, please, with a happy mind, practice this as much as possible. Thank you.